Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boom and Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and first I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. But today we're going to look at some film to answer interesting questions. So as we've been going through a lot of the film since I started, I want to say around midway through the season, one of the questions was about the play calling. A lot of the questions, I should say, about the play calling, and not just the situational play calling, which I think some people confuse with play design, but also it's just like, when did we turn into this repetitive offense? And has it been that way all year? And that was one of the questions I was wondering, because without the coach's film, I couldn't really, you can't see what's happening. So it's just like, okay, we're doing bad. But as good football fans, we finally get to the coach film and you start seeing this curl pattern that I've been talking about over and over. And I'm just like, well, I don't remember seeing that last year, because I looked at the film from last year and I was like, I didn't think it would be that often, but we ran the crap out of that. And so I was like, okay, I wonder if we've been doing this since the beginning of the year, or is this a switch we made because Trubisky wasn't looking good, what have you. And so I never got a chance to go around and look at it, but since we're at that time of the year, I figured we do it today. Like, let's go back to week one, go through some plays, see what the play designs, the play calls are looking like, and compare if it's looking the same way as it does now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. Now, we're not going to look, because if you remember, Trubisky threw 53 times, but we're not going to look at all of those plays. We're just going to go through and look a little bit. So we start off, we got a trips or bunch trips, or stack trips actually, which you rarely see. And then we got an open backside. I believe that's Allen Robinson. And he just runs a curl route. What the hell happened there? But anyway, just looking at the design, you got the cushion, one-on-one. Everybody's going to be worried about this. So you got really a one-on-one. And now that becomes what I would say like a check with me situation, where you can go back and forth and audible what that is. So they just run something short, run a fake bubble action there. And looks like it got tipped. But looks like that's where they were clearly trying to get the ball to. Yeah, Preston Smith just tipped that away. All right, so interesting. Not mad at that, especially to start out the year. That's a lot of distraction. And if they give you a one-on-one matchup, might as well. So we got bunch trips to the right. Shaheen open to the left in the short, but still open. Now, this is not a play that we ran out of this formation a lot, but it's a similar play we run before. The little shallow cross here, which I like. I guess that's supposed to be a double post. Robinson's running, like not running his route, so I don't know what it's supposed to be. But it looks like it's some type of double post. And we see Trubisky take off. Now, I don't mind that play. I wouldn't say the spacing is great, but it's better than some of the spacing on the plays we got now. I'm always a fan of the cross. Like, that's always going to be a linebacker confuser. And then the double post stuff, if you space it right, I don't like it out of the bunch. But if you space it right, I think that also stretches it deep, And so it really gives you a high-low type concept, where you're going to attract attention down here, but you're also going to attract the safety attention. Can't talk today. And Trubisky takes off. Not to say that anything was particularly wide open, but more so just looking at the plays. All right, so bunch trips to the left, bunch, and then fake motion back. Little rollout. Now, this is a play we've been running all year. Again, I need to get with some of my offensive mentors and asked them if they call this anything. This isn't something I'm familiar with seeing, but we ran this a lot against the Chiefs actually. But the depth is what gets me on that play. Like the second receiver is not getting enough depth, or the vertical receiver, I should say. It's too close. Like, that should be way deeper. But anyway, that's a play we still run, even with the rollout. All right, next play. This is a 2nd and 10. Empty set. Got a jet motion. So I'm guessing that was supposed to be a shovel option, which whatever. Very similar to what we did last year with Burden. They do a lot with Travis Kelce. So they do like a little veer. Yeah, I don't know why Trubisky kept that. And that's not a well, I guess this is Trubisky plays, not pass plays, but that's definitely not something we didn't really run that tight end shovel pass a lot this year, but I do kind of like it, especially if you set it up and don't run it. So we're bunch trips again. And that's an interesting play. So we got one vertical. Then we got the 2 over routes. And Tariq Cohen is wide open, but let me see. Schematically, let me see if he's wide open or if his man was already on Trubisky. No, there's nobody there. That would have been wide open. Looks like it was a sack, though. I'm just curious. I want to see what happened. They're showing the blitz look. Oh, Lord Jesus. I mean, I don't know if that's on Daniels or if that's on Kyle Long. My guess is Daniels, though. Either way, poor communication. That could have been a big play. But no, I don't think we've seen that particular route combo too much since I've started doing the video. So Miller motions out of backfield, runs a wheel route. Oh, what else? I'm guessing Tariq Cohen swung. Yeah, Tariq Cohen went flat. We got a wheel route. We got these inside curl routes. Or really, Robinson's just I don't know. Robinson isn't running his routes fully yet. Maybe it was supposed to be a post. Now that's interesting. I mean, that's a switch and it takes a long time. But that's really just a switch play. So you got the wheel route, then you got the post route. You got this curl over the middle. You got this drag. You got this flat. I like that. That's a lot of options, though. Some people got jammed up with the timing, but I like the options that it gives you. I like the flooding of different areas. And this is what I felt Nagy did well last year, and I felt that he would do well coming into the Bears position, is that he's going to design plays that are going to give you options in different areas. It's not going to be a bunch of people in the flat, a bunch of people in the same area. It's going to be some vertical. It's going to be some short. It's going to be some intermediate every play. And we've seen the exact opposite this year since we got to that midway point in terms of the play calling. All right, so then bunch trips again. So obviously they like that against the Packers. We got the little flat route. We got the curl route, vertical. So there is that curl concept. It was there in week 1. But the first time we saw it is a little bit later into the game. Let's see, still in the first quarter. So with 2x2 motion. Now, I see a bunch of curls, but I saw Leno run out. I don't know if this was supposed to be a screen. Yeah, I'm not sure why Leno ran out to make that block, but anyway, so that is the curl concept. We got the flat route, we got the curl routes. And look at that. Shaheem made a catch. You know why? Because it was zone coverage. As I said, tight ends, even zone, and play action doesn't matter which one of these tight ends you want to talk about. But anyway, I digress. So 2x2. This is a first down. And this is another version of that curl concept. I don't know why Robinson's really not running his routes. Maybe he thinks he's not going to get the ball. But you get these flats, you get these inside curls, and then you get the one deep curl over the middle. So we've ran that a bunch as well. Oh, Mike Davis. I was like, who's 25? I forgot about him back in the day. All right. This is a 3rd and 9. Should say second quarter. It says first quarter. So this is the second quarter. We got 3x1. 3 to the right. And I don't know what the hell. I don't know what Cordell Patterson's running. Okay, so we ran a version of this play this week against the Chiefs. So there's going to be 2 out patterns, and then there's going to be a post, and then they got the drag. Now, when we ran it against the Chiefs, we had 2 posts and 2 outs, which I like that pattern. Now, this is a man coverage situation, so they play really good man coverage, and so Cordell Patterson broke out, but he's underneath that pass, and that's just a bad decision by Trubisky. But I like that pattern. Even with the drag, I like that there's different variations to our patterns as well, even with the curl stuff, but I just wish we had more. And so I personally haven't seen this one until this week against the Chiefs. That's such a bad pass. Again, off platform equals no accuracy for Trubisky. All right, so 1st and 10. We got 4 to one side with a trip stack. Good old Matt Nagy. And it's just the curl concept with 2 verticals. And usually we run 1 vertical either from the slot or the outside. We don't usually run 2 verticals, so that's a little different. But still similar to what we usually do. All right, so 1st and 10. Bunch of trips, got a motion. Curl concept again. Starting to look like what our biggest fear was. All right, so 2nd and 10. Trips to the right. This is going to make me go back and look at last year. Little play action slant. Some would call it RPO. I would not. And we saw that this week again, but something that we have not seen a whole lot this year. Which, again, as I mentioned against the Chiefs, I thought that's weird, seeing as we are pretty much all spread concepts, and that's probably one of the staple in the spread concepts. All right, so 2nd down. Well, the thing says second, but that says first. Anyway, getting towards the end of this second quarter, and that's probably where I'll wrap it up at. Curl concept again. All right, 2nd and 1. Two by two. I don't even know what. They look like they all ended up in curls, but like they switched behind it. That turned to a curl. Okay, that was weird. Another version of the curl. 1st down and 20. Trips to the right. Motion. 2 by 2. Curl concept. All right, I don't need to see any more. So there we go. To answer that question, it seems that while there were some different wrinkles, and I'm sure if we go through the first 5 games or so, there's going to be different wrinkles, but overall, it does seem like that's kind of been Nagy's MO since week 1. So go to the comment section, let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around, get the conversation started. Remember, stay up and bear down.